Also, hello. My name is Marty Warhorse, and I want to welcome you to the channel. It's a new channel. It's a chance for everybody to be able to discuss different topics, different things. Anything ranging from maybe politics, maybe, you got stuff on your mind, your heart, a monkey on your back, so to speak, troubles that you would just like to share, whatever you feel comfortable sharing, whatever complaints. Uh, Everyone gets them. I have them, you have them, everyone does. We have those moments, when we undergo a period of depression. Sometimes it can be a long road, a heavy load. With some, it may be just a light load, but hey, we all go through it. We sometimes want to bottle things up, but we know that if we keep it bottled up inside, eventually it will go pop. So I'm hoping, eventually in time that people will want to share some complaints or whatever's going on in their life, whatever one wants to share. But, we also have other topics from paranormal to cryptids, creatures of legends, and whatever else that may come, just to talk about it, discuss it, share, you know. Um, and if you play music like a flute, guitar, piano, or anything, you feel like sharing that, uh, hey, would love to hear it. Just wanting to give you a chance, you know. Um, I sit there and been undergoing a heavy load. Even, the therapist even suggests, sharing whatever is comfortable for me, with others so that others can have a little bit better understanding of what's going on um, in my life, you know. So, anyway, I wanted to, do that a little bit. See, I've been doing a mini series. Uh, I It's about my life. I don't know, mini movies or whatever. It is about my life, but told through visualizations. You know, to help someone grasp not only what I'm going through, but maybe you're going through something similar. Which mine all stems from the year 1980. See, before that, I didn't have any troubles no more than what anyone else does. I was 18, and I wanted my father to be proud of me. I wanted, to have a career, to have an opportunity, but most of all, to have my father, my papa, to be proud of me. That was very important. And, well, I mean, I'll tell the rest of it through my stories about my life in the videos that will be upcoming. But I also I love playing the flute, and I find it relaxing. I play the native flutes, and of course, hold on here. There we go. Sorry about that. But I I guess you could say what's my struggle now. I mean, it comes from the past, but was triggered in something that is in the present. See, I used to have some troubles from my past, from the military, right? And but there was after a while. I mean, years went by. I didn't have no troubles. It's amazing how you can get one trigger, one thing that will trigger it, and then next thing you know, bam, you're having flashbacks, depression. I mean, you get off and on where you don't feel like talking to anybody, and you get thoughts that you shouldn't have. You know, I mean, you know better. You mean you really know that, but it overwhelms you, these dark thoughts, and I've had them. And I would be a liar if I said that I don't I mean, still have them. But that's why, I mean, going for therapy, talking, sharing, being able just to talk to friends and family, doing, like playing flute music, doing videos, things to get my mind off of it, because sometimes I can't sleep because of these things. I had trouble sleeping anyway. I mean, like insomnia thing, but this makes it worse. Uh, you know, um, and I got a lot of animals to have to take care of. Love animals, but um, someone stuck me with a lot of animals, and uh, it makes it hard, really. I love the animals, but I can't take care of them all. But I have to unless somebody can take a few of them off of my hands. But anyway, I'm in Arkansas. Yeah, good old Arkansas, natural state. There's some beautiful scenery in this state, like there is in a lot of states. Uh, I, you know, I guess you could say, somebody had really hurt me. Well, started out as one, sort of, and then it kind of developed into some others. But anyway, and the person I thought I knew, right? I mean, I really did. I thought thought I knew her, but for 3 years, I thought I knew her, but turns around, I didn't. And even my family thought that they knew her, but you know, they didn't. And the thing is, the person deceived not just not just me or my family, but others, and that makes it hard. It makes it really hard, because you can love somebody and do everything for them. And think, well, no arguments, no uh, fights, no or anything, right? And this one had the run of the house, you know, married in traditional native ways. In the traditional, in excuse me, in the traditional native ways. So anyway, you know, one day, I have to leave some out because it would be a long, long story, so to speak. But anyway, one day she wanted to go see her family. Helped her get a ticket online for a bus. Took her to the bus station. Me and my brother. And it was in North Little Rock, Arkansas, at the bus station there, Greyhound. And anyway, 15, it was like 15, 20 minutes or so till the bus came. But the bus hadn't arrived yet, of course. But anyway, turns out that after we had been there for a little bit, and well, let me back this up. And I was sitting telling you about that. There was about 15, 20 minutes or so till the bus arrived. Because see, my health ain't very good, and especially my body, the arthritis is real bad. My back's deteriorating, and broke my arm back when I was in my 20s, early 20s actually. And needless to say, through time, got older and stuff, arthritis acts up and then it just tends to spread all over. So, needless to say, I can't get around like I used to, and standing for a good period makes it worse. And so anyway, she, said, I could go on home. She'd be okay and everything. So I asked her if she's sure. And she says, yeah. And we said, I love you to each other. Gave each other a hug and a kiss. And she was supposed to relay messages, on, texting at the layovers. And when she got to the state where she was going in Ohio, the point of destination, she was to call. Well, needless to say, 24 hours had went by. She did not call. Well, I was worried about her because, see, she ain't in what you call perfect health either. And she's like 64. See, I'm 60. And anyway, she never texted, never called, and it had me worried. Naturally, I called the police. Police didn't want to do nothing. Other police agency says, this go to this one, and report it back to this one, which would be the North Little Rock Police Department, or this and this and that. I mean, it was a bunch of crap. So anyway, I did that. I did it. Did everything that I could possibly do. I had others that had come to love her and understand her or a little bit anyway. That we have come to see as friends and family uh, on YouTube and Facebook. Well, ends up make a long story a little shorter here. She sends an audio message with somebody which she got to where didn't have much faith in and felt like there was nothing there with them, you know. And anyway, of all things, hadn't even talked to the people in a little bit, especially with her. Um, but one of them tried to help a little, and I'll make a long, again with the long story short. They ended up that she sent a message, an audio message to one, and then sent it to me. That one sent it to me, a copy of the, through a messenger, and she was fine. Of course, she seemed quite agitated, and she was fine. She was alive. Not to to get the police, stop looking and everybody to stop harassing them, and all this. But see, a lot of them was looking for her because they was concerned. And then that, I had to remove the post. Even a sheriff came out, saying I needed to do that. But then that person, or should I say persons, especially another particular one, and others, accused me of lying, saying I didn't call the police, and I got video footage of it, recording of it, and a dear sister of mine, uh, two dear sisters in England, has a recording of it, audio recording. I mean, and they heard, and obviously recorded it that the cops didn't do nothing. I called the cops, and they didn't want to do nothing. Well, uh, next thing you know, you got rumors and everything else, and accusations and everything else, and then threats sent in my email. and all that. But anyway, I started getting flashbacks, and it and there was other things that sort of found out, that she had lied about many things, and you know, and always supposed to that her word was, you know, good, and even many videos that talked about respect and honor and marriage and things, and even she said herself that we never fought, and we didn't, and things, but it turns out that I mean, she made promises, oaths, which is a sacred thing that you don't break, especially if you're indigenous. You don't break your oath. To do that is a dishonor to your and disgrace to yourself. It's a disgrace to your family and to your people. So your word is your bond, as everyone has come to know that old saying, and it's true. And I mean, there was things that, it's funny how when things start, happen, like that you start remembering things, and then certain things make sense, and there's pieces come together uh, that you didn't see, and others saw but did not want to say nothing because they didn't want to hurt my feelings. And the truth is, if they would have said anything, because I loved her, I would not have believed them, or I wouldn't have listened to them at the time. I would have probably been a little angry. Like anyone, if you love somebody and someone tells you something, it's something that you don't like, though they're telling you honestly as a friend and a family member, it's the truth. You'd be mad. You wouldn't want to hear it. You wouldn't believe it. But one must come to the realization that you must accept the truth. You have to. And that's a hard pill to swallow. You know, I have medicines that I have to take for, my pains and diabetes. Uh, Not insulin, but the pills, metformin. And stuff, for enlarged prostate and all that. And now they got medication to take for depression, a walk-in pharmacy. And I try, and I'm hoping to get back to be my old self, you know. And it's kind of hard, struggling with this. Flashbacks, you could ask anybody that has uh, post-traumatic stress disorder. And those are like a living hell. And see, the thing is, the things that I had went through in the past is, it was and is a living hell. You know, I shouldn't even be alive, really. And there's many times back then I wanted to die because of the suffering that I was going through, the torments. Because I was literally being tormented. I was literally being tortured, literally. Um, that's what happens when you witness things that you're not supposed to see. And they just put the pressure on you. You know, that was a hard thing. It was a nightmare. And I know that the very ones that had turned their backs on me, and if they had went through that, it would have broke them, forever broke them. You know, everyone's got troubles and go through certain things, and everyone has their breaking point, their limitations in life, I guess you would say. So I try to do different things to get my mind off my troubles. Um, I do believe that the ones who turned on me and for all the lies that they told and the accusations and stuff, I do believe karma will bite them back. You know, I really do. I believe that. You know, the old saying goes, you reap what you sow. Does it always happen right away? Sometimes. But there's times it seems like it takes forever almost, but it does get them. And when you're going through things, you know, struggles and things, relationship troubles, people, that you think that you're friends and they turn their back on you. There are others, though, that do care and will be there for you. But the only thing is, they can only be there for you if you let them in. And to them, I say, to those who are my family, that is outside my blood family, my blood kin, you know, you know, y'all mean the world to me. And I apologize if haven't been talking much. I'm going through like spurts, I guess you say. It's off and on, where I feel like talking, and then there's times I don't, you know, and I'm trying to do different things to get these troubles, memories out of my head so I can, focus on things that is good and positive. And that's what we should always do, is focus on what is good and what is positive. Um, I do know right now the signal the internet's kind of signal is kind of being slow, so I don't know how much of this you're catching, that you're understanding because of the way the internet is right now. It is the internet after all. Um, but if also if you have things like anything like paranormal that is happening in your life or something, share those stories. Would love to have you on the panel. And for those of you who have channels and that you're on StreamYard, if you would like to be a teammate, I'd like to have your email address so I can be able to uh, be able to let's see, hold on. Yeah, I'll share something with you. Uh, right there is my email address. You can email me if you got a channel on YouTube here and you would like to be a teammate through, if you're using StreamYard, uh, let me know. I'd love to have a co-host. So, I would really love to hear from you. If you have anything paranormal, anything going on, uh, or anything that's unexplainable that's going on, share that. Uh, Again, we'd love to have you, and also on this channel, we'll have different things, like for example, music videos, flute music, music videos, um, different things like that. But you know, topics, like I say, anything from politics, paranormal, uh, troubles, or any complaints and stuff you just like to get off your chest or whatever. Uh, and I guess you would say the key word here is respect, is to always remember that, though, when you do so, is, you know, have respect. To have respect means, if you give respect, it means that you can have respect back in return from those who know and understand what respect means. Respect is not just freely given, it is earned, and even though I had went through troubles through the military and stuff, let me just say I do not have anything against the military. I don't agree with everything the military does, but I don't have uh, anything personal against those who serve this country. I just have a lot of respect for those who have done so. My father had been in the National Guard, and my one brother served in the military, and he retired, and yeah, I'm proud of him. I'm very proud of him. And so, I just needed to let y'all know that I don't have a vendetta against military. I had went through some very troubling uh, events in the military when I was in there, and I would say, if you're ever planning on going into the military, please inform yourself. Do research, understand fully what is involved, and prepare yourself for it. Otherwise, if things, start to go wrong because of recruiters lying to you, and they do, recruiters will lie to you, not tell you everything. There might be some that will be honest. But if you will prepare yourself mentally and physically and emotionally, prepare yourself for it, then you have no problems. But if you're not, then please do not go. You need to think real hard before you do. You really need to understand what's fully involved. Because you can watch movies, hear a bunch of crap from others who will stretch stories out, make it sound glorious. It's not. Especially even more so now that, because there's been all this fighting and war and everything. And, see, I don't vote, okay, only on the grounds because these days it is all rigged, you know. I mean, you go through the motions of voting, but does your vote really seriously count? Especially when it's someone running up for president or vice president, and on and on and on. I mean, they already got who they want to be in there, and you're thinking your vote counts, but it don't. There's too much of it gets rigged. And then when the one gets elected, they're not happy. They're not happy with them. Someone once said, if you don't vote, you ain't got no room to say nothing. But yes, you do. You got plenty of room. On the grounds that you don't vote, because of what is involved, what's behind the scenes. Uh, no, I mean, why would you? Okay, let me say something simple. If I have a lighter and a fruit, right? Now, and I'd say, okay, the winning votes gets the apple, and or the lighter, right? So, all right, now, so you're voting on which ones. Now, let's say that I and others we've already decided it, on what you're going to get. But you're voting, and so you're thinking, well, you're going to get it. Well, say by chance that you voted for the lighter. Maybe we had already decided, okay, me and others decided that you was going to get the lighter, whether you voted for the apple or the lighter or not. We already made our choice. It's kind of like the way it is in elections. It's all rigged. and look at all the crap that comes out. You know, you're always hearing this stuff about senators and stuff. They got their hands caught in the cookie jar, and so to speak. Um, you get all this kind of stuff, right? So yeah, why why vote? But like in with the police. All right, there are some policemen that I have a lot of respect for, but they're not many. There's a lot of crooked and dishonest cops. A lot of them have prejudice. They just got a lot of issues. But it don't help when you got a lot of people hollering defund the police. Because, I mean, really, when you think about it, if you defund the police, let's say you're wanting them defunded and you're against them and all this, but one day you're in trouble. I mean, you're in serious trouble and you're needing help, you know. What are you going to do? Who are you going to call? So, I mean, you got a lot of this stuff going on in this world. It's crazy. You got people that's just absolutely going insane. Let's say if you defend yourself, okay, someone pulls a gun on you and you got a permit to carry. All right, so you pull your firearm that you're carrying on this person, and they done got their gun pointed at you, and you beat them before they pull the trigger, and you shoot them, and you either you injure them or you kill them. Guess who's going to go to prison? Yeah, it's a crooked system, But people, want a lawless like it was in the old West days, a lawless society where everyone could do what they want when they want. And you have also the issue that people start hollering prejudice, racism. And the very ones that are doing that are also being racist. So, I mean, it's insane. And on this goes. So, I mean, everywhere you go, I mean, and see it, it's crazy. It's a madhouse. I mean, and it makes you wonder who you can trust, really. I mean, it's hard to trust the politicians. Certain ones of the police or in society or your friends. Uh, you know, there's only trust me. There are those who are true, who will always stand by you, no matter what. But there's another number out of another group that will turn on you. And they get in these little cliques. And I see a lot of that on YouTube. They got cliques. Because you see, they got this notion that you're going to get rich. You're going to get a lot of subscribers and get a lot of money. That's a delusion, okay? It is delusional. Now, if you're not aiming for that, but you're doing YouTube because you love it, and by chance, because of that you are making money from it, and you remain who you remain true to yourself and true to those who subscribe to you. and become real friends and you don't push them off to the side, then you'll go far, whether on YouTube or anywhere in life. But I don't, like, on social media, I don't see people uh, being true to themselves. I mean, you gotta be true to yourself. You don't need to be try to be somebody else. You see a lot of that on YouTube, but others will say, the ones who are doing it and these are in these cliques, they will say, I am just being myself. No, they're not. They're trying to be somebody else. You cannot do that. You know, you have to remain who you are. You know, don't try to be someone else, because you eventually in time you will be most miserable. But a lot of these ones that'll do that, they'll be not true to themselves and they'll try to be someone else. Most miserable about it in their everyday life. They're miserable about it. But yet, when they get online, they put on this persona that they are all that, and that they really care about you. There is some that do, but there is a lot that don't. All they care about is their channels. And as the bigger their channel grows, the more you're pushed off to the side slowly and for surely until you're not in the picture no more. It's a screwed up world. So I mean, there's different things going on. Okay, let's talk about real quick about global warming, the way the government presents it. Okay, there is no global warming. The way they present it. It's kind of like, yeah, there are things that goes on in the environment, and this is true. It does, but see, as long as it's ever been recorded, these patterns in the weather, like a warming trend and a cold, these are just patterns and things that's been going on for a long time. That's nothing new. They keep talking about the CO2 levels and on and on and on. That's, as my papa would have said, that was horse hockey. That's the way he would have said it. Horse hockey. It's just stupid. It's unrealistic. But the thing is, I mean, it goes through patterns. It's just that we're the ones at the time witnessing something that we had never witnessed before in our lifetime. But before our lifetime, the same things has been going on. It goes here and there. It's like sometimes you have warmer weather, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have ice melting, sometimes you don't. So I mean, it's, if people would really look into it and be honest. You got some that even will believe that the earth is round, which I firmly believe it. There's fully evidence in that. All right. I mean, if anyone's got eyes and a sense can tell that. But you got the others who is supposed to have sense. They want to say the earth is flat. You can believe what you want, all right? The thing is, it doesn't change truth. You know, I can believe what I want, but it doesn't change what is true. You know, truth is truth and it'll always stand. And, you know, people always tend to be disgruntled. I mean, we all are about certain things. I am, you are, everyone is about something. Uh, we have our complaints, we have our good days, we have our bad days. So you can't please everybody, you know. But I mean, we want the best for others. We want to help others in things, you know, which is a good thing. We have to understand that, though, while at the same time it is good to help people, but you can't always please everyone either. Let's say you may want to help someone and give them a blessing and do something for them. And let's say you have your YouTube channel. Maybe you have a big one, or maybe yours is growing somewhat, right? But the thing is that people will get jealous. They will get jealous because that person is getting something and they're not. You know, and it's like, no. The way I see it is you should be happy for those who do get something. You know, because see, because just because we didn't get anything from certain ones, and doesn't mean that you're not getting anything. I mean, you're already getting things, maybe not from someone that you know personally online, from your channel, per se, but you've been getting other things, and you get blessings of different sorts. So, but again, we go right back to where we start from the beginning, where you can't please everybody. You can't. Um, we all have complaints. We all have things that we would like to talk about, things that we believe in, things that we don't believe in. So, I mean, we have different things that we can talk about or discuss. You know, I just wanted to share there when it is late. When you get a chance, be sure, to drop a line, comment. Uh, we can talk about different things. You got any a topic you would like, to discuss or talk about? Leave it in the comments, and we'll share, talk about it, discuss it, and just take things from there. So I thank you for listening to me, and I'm hoping that you will come back. I hope that you will subscribe. Uh, but just keep coming back, and talking and sharing, and whatever you want to talk about, you know uh, as long as it ain't involved with anything perverted, what I'm saying. But we can talk about different things. And, remember also my mother in your prayers. Her health ain't very good. Her health isn't very good. She's 86. Uh, she's in a bad way. And also, uh, remember me in your prayers. Um, and I hope that you will have a good life, that you will be blessed. And I hope to hear from you soon. And hey, it's, all the thing is, it's all about talking about the things we believe in, we don't believe in, getting a monkey off our back, different things. So until then, I hope that you will have a great day. And let's try to get along, okay? So until then, let me say be blessed, okay?